new kit day. See if you can guess what it is. Hello, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. If you guessed that it might have been this bag, then you guessed correctly. But before I do anything else, get a brew on. Quick story for you. So about 4 or 5 years ago now, way before, a long time before I started the YouTube channel, I went for a little hike. It was 70 miles from the the southern end of the Forest of Dean, and the plan was to hike back to Birmingham. I got to Worcester before the weather just turned me away. It wasn't fun anymore. But I had no kit. I had nothing like now. I've got a lot of kit. I've got a lot of tarps and tents and stuff like that, bivy bags and all this. I had none of that. I had a Cabin Max 45 litre hand luggage rucksack. Bright orange it was, bright orange and grey. And it did the job. I had the basher that you've seen me have. I've had that for a very long time. I had a British Army sleeping bag. I had a bivy bag, Gore-Tex bivy bag. But as far as kit's concerned, that was pretty much it. And some dodgier poles than this one. But one thing I really liked about that particular camping expedition was the bag. So even though it wasn't a hiking rucksack or anything like that, it had this full clamshell opening, and it's something that I've missed in every bag I've had ever since. I mean, now I've got the Montane 30, which is ideal for sort of fast packing, single day trips, maybe the occasional overnighter in the summer where you can afford to go lightweight. I've got the Tatanka. I've got the Tatanka for those multi-day trips where I'm taking a lot of stuff in with me. So if me and Jay are going into the woods and we're going to have a big meal and lots of food and make ourselves really comfortable, then I'll use the Tatanka. What I didn't have was a good mid-size pack for 1 or 2 nights. So sort of that 45 to 50 litre mark. And then this came on the market. This is the Harrier 45 litre full clamshell opening pack from Highlander Forces. And it is a full clamshell opening. This is really what sold it to me. The fact that I can absolutely get to everything I need just as soon as I've opened it. So in here I've basically put in just the kit I'd use for my shelter building. You can see there's still plenty of room in it, but I've got my jungle bag, I've got my tarp, my hammock, various pegs and bits and pieces there, which I'm going to be using in a short while, sleeping mat, and of course first aid kits. There's no water in here because I've got the water to go water filter, so anywhere I can stop for water I can get water. Straps for the hammock, and you can see inside here now there's these little mesh pouches so you can put things and know where they're going to be. This one on the back here is velcro so you can move it around. Then you've got another one in the lid there. I think this is probably about 35 litres in there. So I think the full 45 litres also includes the outer pouches, which I'll talk about now. So here we've got the outers. You've just seen me take my brew kit out of this small one at the top there. Just keep an eye on that, waiting for it to boil. And that's just big enough for that and maybe a few snacks and stuff, easy to get to. Then you've got this almost fully opening first pouch, which again has got another zip. It's where I keep my spare batteries in that waterproof bit there. Another little bit of mesh, which is great. And then another opening. I've got my drone, spare battery pack, and another mount for the camera. More little pouches in there for pencils and whatnot, and then another zip mesh there. Ooh, my batteries, don't take those out. Good quality zips, they feel good quality anyway. it's absolutely covered in molly. So things like if I take my roll mat with me, I can just strap that to the side. I'm not going to have a problem. There's so many fixings on it. They're all over the front, they're all over the sides, none on the bottoms or the top. That's fine. It's got the compression straps on the side, so you can cinch it all down nice and tight. Air mesh back, and inside the air mesh back you also have a pouch for a water bladder. Now, so far, oh, it came with a big carabiner as well. So far I've used this once on a long distance trip, and I used it for work. I took it to, I was in Munich a couple of weeks back, and I used this as my hand luggage, and my laptop went nicely in there, so this acted as my laptop bag as well. But it is really, it's a water pouch with a zip pocket there. So air mesh back, help keep the sweat down. Nicely padded hip belts, more molly on this. If you wanted to put some smaller pouches along the sides there, you can. Nice big webbing waist belt. Good padded shoulder straps, again more molly. Velcro on there, so if you want to put patches on, if that's your thing. What I have got is a small light, which I put a Velcro, the hook part of the Velcro on, so I could stick that there, and then I've got a light on my pouches, on my straps as well. Rubbers, yeah. So this is the new bag. This is the one that's going to be being used a lot now. Material itself, I think it said it's something like, now would it be 1,000 or 10,000 denier, cord, dura, whatever it is. I'll put it up, I'll mark it on there. Carrying handle, good big loop. All of the stitching seems really robust. Everything seems to be attached quite well, so double stitched and sort of stitched in on these little webbing bits here. The fit, so far I've not really put a great deal of weight in it. I mean, I had no problems walking around Munich with it. I had no problems sort of like getting from the train stations and moving around like that. The only criticism I've got on the actual fit is that these straps here could have done with being contoured. So when you've got weight in it and they start pulling back, they do tend to slip sideways on your shoulders. Obviously the chest strap helps alleviate that somewhat, so it's not a massive issue, but it would have just been nice if, like some of the more expensive, like the Ospreys and stuff like that, you'll notice that these straps are actually contoured and shaped a bit better, so that they come in, whereas these are just, I suppose they're a little bit shaped. They could probably just do with a bit more. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Harrier 45 litre pack. Looking forward to using it a bit more, and I'll do a long-term review once I've been using it for a year or so. Chest straps are adjustable. Price wise, now it took me a while to get hold of this, so the first time I tried to buy it, or the first time I saw it and I thought I'd give that a go, it was out of stock. Second time I ordered it, and I think it was £89 the first time I tried to order it, and it bounced back at me because they was out of stock. So the order went in, and then a day later, sorry, we haven't got these. So I kept an eye on it, and then it came up again, and I used my defence discount card, and I got this for 68. Yeah, I think it was 68. I'll put the actual prices down. I've got them sort of written down somewhere. So yeah, good bit of kit. So I'll do a long-term review in about 12 months, once I've had a chance to sort of use it a bit more, and different terrains, different reasons, you know. If you want to see that, just hit the subscribe, hit the notify, and you'll know when I put these videos out. But this one will be about 12 months now before you see this pack in its own video again. But you'll be seeing it in loads of videos between now and then. The other thing about a clamshell design for me is it makes packing really easy as well. So when you're putting stuff away, you're not jamming stuff into the bottom of the bag, you're not trying to force it into holes. You can clearly see where everything's going to go. And you can pack it accordingly. So. There is just so much room in there. Everything else goes in the front pouch in there. I think you can see, even if I was packing for a couple of days, I mean, you don't need 2 lots of shelter for 2 days, you only need 1 lot of shelter, don't you? It's just food and water. And even if I just put a couple of food pouches in the front of this, I mean, there's just this bag's room, isn't there? There you go, the Harrier full clamshell 45 litre rucksack from Highlander Forces. Hope you enjoyed that video. If it was useful to you, if you're looking at buying one of these and this has been of any use to you, just give me a little bit of a thumbs up. Like I say, interact with the channel, it helps the channel to grow on YouTube. I am now going to finish my coffee. I'm going to move down a bit further into the meadows where I'm going to do a demonstration on how to put up a tarp tent. So if you want to see that, like, subscribe, it will be up within a week or 2. Anyway, for now, stay safe, have fun, and I will hopefully see you on that one.